Hey there, Liz Petsky from Remax by the Lake. We're in Southwest Michigan. Our offices are at St. Joe and Stevensville. Going to talk a little bit about rates this week and the housing market here in Southwest Michigan. So we all know that the Fed decided to increase the Fed funds rate by 3/4 of a percentage point last week, and immediately, most home buyers or consumers think that's going to affect their mortgage rates, and not necessarily. Those things aren't necessarily linked. It did, when they increased last time, did increase mortgage rates by quite a bit. But just looking at yesterday's numbers, actually mortgage rates came down a little bit, and that has to do more with the fact that mortgage rates are tied to the bond market. And so when inflation continues to increase, investors are a little bit more bearish with the market, and it basically, and they're concerned that we're going to head into a recession, and so that affects mortgage rates more than the Fed funds rate. So we're actually looking at a decrease, sorry about that, to just the last numbers as of yesterday at about 5.3%. It came down a little bit. So that's your update for this week on the rates. Let's look at the housing market locally. So my association serves mostly three counties: Berrien County, Cass County, and Van Buren County, and we have updated numbers through July. So let's take a look at sales prices. So this is Berrien County. So looking up through July of 2022, Berrien County's average sale price is $327,292, actually down about $2,000 from $329,859 the previous month. Let's look at new listings, right? So we're hearing that it's very much a seller's market, but that we should be evening out a little bit. Look now, though, we are still decreasing in new listings. So we went down from 2,778 homes on the market, or that came to the market in Berrien County in June, and down to 2,712. So we're still decreasing. We should be seeing some more inventory here, but it looks like through the month of July, we are actually down historically, and this goes back to January 2019. Homes for sale. You see that same kind of trend. Oh, it looks like we came up a little bit. So 349 on the market in June of 2022 and up to 360 in July. Pending sales is also a great marker. So no matter what hits the market, what is actually going under contract. So there's a huge change. You can see when the rates increase, and we kind of had a sharp decline in pending sales. So we went from 2308 in June down to 2154 in July. Let's look at days on market. So again, your average is normally around 30 days on average, but we're looking in June of 2022 at 7 days and 8 days in July. So a little bit of an increase on average, but still not a huge change. Month supply. So again, if you've watched my previous videos, we've talked about month supply. So anything up to 3 month supply is a seller's market. 3 to 5 or 6 month supply is a balanced market, and our 5 or 6 months plus is a buyer's market. So we're still solidly in a seller's market here at 1.7 months of supply in June and 1.8 in July, but we are trending towards a more balanced market. Percent of list price. So this is also, let's look at the average, a huge indicator of the market. So you can see back in January of 2019, we were at 96.7%, and we've been steadily been increasing all the way up to almost 100%, so 99.7% in June of 2022, but down to 99.5% in July. So not a huge decrease, although it looks like a huge decrease here. Shows depending. So this is an interesting statistic as well. So how many showings have we had until the home goes under contract? So doesn't necessarily mean, because there could be showings going on while there's negotiations. So it might not necessarily mean that last showing is the one that makes it go pending, but you can see a sharp decrease from April this year down to May, down to June, and we kind of leveled out between June and July in Berrien County. Let's look at Cass County, another one of the counties we serve here in Southwest Michigan. So sales prices average have increased, still going up from June to July to just over $300,000. New listings hitting the market in Cass County. So going down, but came up a little bit in June actually to 744, but down to 740 in July. So we're supposed to be getting more inventory. It doesn't seem to be happening here locally. It is happening nationwide. A lot more inventory is hitting the market. But it's just very different here in Southwest Michigan because we are very much a second home market, and a second home market, but also a lot of year-round residents. So it's very different. We have great school systems here. With Whirlpool being an international employer, things are a little bit different in our market. June 2022 in Cass County saw 92 homes for sale, and July saw 96. So those came up a little bit. Pending sales are steeply dropping here. They went from 605 in June to 568 in July. So not as many homes are coming on the market, but also we're getting less pending. So that's interesting to see. Sales, though, have increased just between June and 611 in June to 627 in July. Days on market, a great indicator again. Let's get our average here, have sharply declined this year even. So from May in 32 days, June looking at 31, and July saw 30 days on market. Month supply, again, our good indicator on whether or not we have a buyer or a seller market, saw 1.7 months of supply in June, and then we went up to 1.8. So again, we're going towards a more balanced market we would like to see. Dollar volume, so that's increasing. The amount of homes and prices together have increased. Shows depending, like I said, is a good indicator. And that's still sharply decreasing in Cass County. So from 10 showings per till the home went under contract in June to 9.9. All right, let's look at Van Buren County. So again, another county in our association that we serve. So let's look at sales price. So increasing up through June of 2022, pretty much stagnant between June and July. New listings, we were coming up a little bit actually in June and came down quite a bit in July. Again, surprising. We should be seeing more inventory right now hitting the market. But I think a lot of sellers, have those historically low rates and their mortgages. So at this point are kind of holding off on wanting to list right now because when they purchase, their rate will be much higher. But buyers, there's still lots of buyers out there that have, kind of been burned over the last couple of years with multiple offers and escalations. So they're still waiting. They still need housing. Homes for sale in Van Buren County, 162 in June, down to 160 in July. Pending sales, kind of all over the place here, but we went up quite a bit in May, down a bit more in June, and dropped steeply in July to 1117. Look at days on market. So average has dropped dramatically down to 26 in May, 26 in June, and 26 in July. So that's saying pretty stagnant the last 3 months. Month supply, we're looking at 1.7 across the board here for the last several months. So still in a strong seller's market category. Percentage of list price, so we're inching closer to 100% here around April. May, we came down a little bit. These are not a huge jump from 99.5 to 99.4 to 99.3 in July. Shows depending, a little bit of a change here. So we are at 10.4 in March, and we have steadily been coming down to 10.1 in June and 10 even in July. So not a huge difference. So thanks for following along. Make sure you watch mortgage rates. Make sure you see what's happening in the markets because of the federal funds rate. And I will keep you updated on what's happening with homes here in Southwest Michigan. Thanks for watching.